The next couple days are awkward. It was 2 more days out via boat down the Sita, to this kind of roundabout bend where the water gets a little shallower, where the jungle gets a little more lush. You've kind of known from the past, that this is one of the entrances, to this kind of hidden monastery, deep within the jungle. You've made the 7-day venture via boat from the Sita Kota, and now as you kind of round this bend with Thadius at the helm, as you guys make land, on this beachhead, and if you can even call it that, the sandy coves, the sandy understeps of the Sita, that really soft, kind of finite sand is gone, replaced by thick, murky steps. Even the deep, thick roots, that kind of coil and kind of wrap around this foliage. And it really is a juxtaposition of color. What once was browns and tans, sandies, hots, only a week away has now become like these deep, lush greens, these dark, kind of violets and purples of the underbrush, and that cold, kind of undercurrent, of the swamp. I imagine as the 3 of you kind of, get off this boat, would you just kind of leave the boat sitting there, or would you send it further upstream? What would the plan be, guys?
Is there any kind of brush in the area?
I'd imagine.
Would be big enough that I could
roll me a investigation.
I think it's an 11 plus 4 for 15.
Yeah, you figure, with a good, half an hour's time, the 3 of you collectively working, you could probably, tuck it into the underbrush and throw some branches and some whatnot over top of it. And, so that you feel fairly safe, fairly sure that it's hidden from prying eyes.
Okay. I'll use my ring to turn into a draft horse so they can tie it up and I can drag it.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So they did those lashings across your neck. Wow.
Yeah.
As you pull this boat in from the water.
I was gonna say, we're just on our way to a temple. There's no danger there. Anybody need a ride?
Exactly. And it's very solitude. Like you guys probably haven't seen anybody for the last couple hours easy, if not the last day. As you kind of make your way inwards towards this swampy area. And there was times where it was like hit and miss, like we might actually have to get out and walk, but you managed to kind of navigate, around these heavy routes, to one of these turnoffs where Alindawn feels confident, okay, this is probably the right area, And then as you're kind of pulling this in, and as you turn into a work horse, a draft horse, and you're kind of pulling this in, and you see Alindawn and Zeema, kind of helping you from behind. There's some tension in the air between the 2 of them. Maybe they're... There's some tension between you and Zeema there, Alindawn. Mm-hmm. As Thadius is just kind of flicking his tail away from the horse flies and whatnot as he's pulling this boat onto land. Tell me a little bit about that relationship that once was there but now might be gone.
It's difficult for Alindawn because he's balancing an inner turmoil of his own right now between his need to know and his want to make the relationship right. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't know how to approach it. And very much as has been talked about, this has been something he's been dealing with for a long time.
Yeah.
And to just finally let it out because he's getting closer to knowing what he needs to know.
Absolutely, yeah.
He just may have gone about doing it the wrong way.
And this suspicion, that Alindawn has kind of thrown your way, their Zeema, and you kind of accusing, your brother of this foul play, of some, not necessarily, kind of pointing fingers, but definitely kind of throwing shade at your brother. As you're on the opposite side of the boat, and Alindawn is desperately trying to make eye contact, as you're kind of keeping your gaze away from him. Give it some flavor as to how Zeema would feel betrayed. Would be the right word.
I think that's safe to say.
Okay, cool. So give it some flavor as to, like, once again, that relationship that was growing, that was kind of being fostered, is now kind of seeing cracks.
Well, it's difficult because she had been, at least with the first question that was asked her, she went full open. She had no problem with relaying that, even though it was still a bit of a it was still a little bit touchy because, well,
Meaningful.
her mom and still had a lot of meaning to her, and in turn received a very genuine relatable story back from when she herself had asked a question of him. And it feels like not that neither of those don't hold the same value that they did before. Holy, I stuttered. Not that they don't hold the same value they did, but it feels like what's the best way to put it? It feels like it's not as to her. It probably just doesn't feel like it was as genuine as it was before.
Yeah.
Just that maybe he wasn't saying that because that's how he wanted to answer it, but rather just because it's just what he felt he had to.
Yeah, and once again, like, Zeema for the most part is fairly young to this new world. The world of the blade. The world of being an orphan. Like this. There's a lot of changes that has come across this young lady in the last 48 hours, and you kind of put your trust in those around you, and to kind of feel that trust being betrayed or being questioned, is going to have some repercussions, and not just that. You see this box with this makeshift string on it. This bandolier holding your mother's ashes in it, and it kind of makes you question as to what is most important, family or friends, especially when those friends are questioning your family.
Thaddeus is brushing himself off and like, all right, you two. It's a good thing we have a little bit of time to deal with our problems today. I think you two need to talk. I think someone has had a painful realization that they might not have considered before, and someone needs to learn to word their questions better. For someone who is definitely concerned with the proper handling of things, and he'll tap the box, you need to do better. But both of you need to talk. We have been through more than most people in their friendships have been through in decades.
I imagine you guys would be walking through the brush at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of working your way towards Python.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Both of you just need to be honest with each other.
Not wrong.
In the worst case, we will find your brother. We can ask him yourself.
Be better.
We will.
Did not mean to offend. But there are just questions that have been rising in my head that I need to know whether there's any foundation to them or not.
Keep it down, though. We are in the middle of brush. I don't want to be attacked by predators.
But that's a concern now.
And then Thaddeus is going to sneak off and kind of scout.
Fair enough.
Because he doesn't want to deal with the tension either. It's like, you create it and then you go.
Know that I have only
what?
pure intentions. I need to know there's some things that just aren't adding up to me, and it could be very well from my history. I need to know from you as well. We are getting to a point where we will be burying your mother very soon. And do you have any questions that you wish to ask her? Because I have the ability to speak with the dead. If there is anything that you have wanted to ask her about. or about maybe what happened, or that may clarify some of these thoughts that I'm having too.
Why is this something that you've only brought up now?
The questions that are coming into play for me occur around the night of the fire. So it's I've been thinking on them.
Oh, you have been?
Before we got here. So we were down in the sewers. And Thadius' friend Mateo, we found him.
Yes.
We sent him back to meet him at the bakery spot.
As you guys are walking through this lush jungle, you've seen that Thadius has kind of worked his way forward, and it's pretty thick, and Thadius has kind of ducked into the underbrush and kind of become invisible to the naked eye as he's kind of working his way forward. The two of you, I would have to say, are pretty engulfed in conversation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm relying on your passive perceptions.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thadius, as you're working your way upwards, you can hear the two of them, even though you've told them to kind of hush, hush, we are, So I'm just kind of setting the table.
That could have been circumstance, but we show up, he's not there.
He could have been busy. He could have been caught up. It could be anything. The city was on fire.
I know, but the thing that started my questioning was, he didn't show up there. He had a hard time down underneath, and maybe they caught him, and maybe they turned him. Because as soon as he gets up there and we're hiding, we find out that the guards have a distinct picture of all three of us.
Give me another perception check. We'll hold it there for a second.
Sure.
19, so that would be a 22.
22. You can still hear Alindawn and Zeema, kind of talking, probably a little louder than they should. Like one person is trying to convince the other, and the other just isn't willing to listen, kind of thing like that. And you can still hear them talking, but you've noticed that they've stopped walking. They literally have come to this glade, this area, and the two of them are kind of talking to each other as you're continuing walking further away. It seems like even though their surroundings are, ominous, the conversation at hand is more important than perhaps their surroundings. And so go ahead, guys. You were saying?
Fine, that could be circumstance. That could be just they've got enough glimpses of us. They know who we are. That's one thing. Put that aside. Continue on.
My what?
You had your dream.
Yes, and where is this going?
What did you see in your dream?
As you say that, what did you see? You catch this flicker out of the corner of your eye there, Alindawn. It's about 20 feet behind of Zeema, and it's almost as if it's like this shimmering of something that was there and then wasn't there. Almost as if it was kind of a reflection of some kind of mass or some kind of form. And then yourself there, Thadius, as you're kind of working your way up, you hear the conversation drop, and as for that briefest of seconds, you kind of stop moving yourself, and you're kind of listening, and you can just hear the jungle. Give the jungle a description as to how loud the jungle actually is.
Like, is it like a sudden thing, like we just walked into a crowd of people level sound change?
I'm talking more like the rustling of the trees. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like the sound of the insects. I'm talking about like the just the sheer amount of bird calls, kind of echoing through the treetops. You think of forest to be fairly quiet, right? You think, but really, like a jungle is just bustling with life.
Oh yeah.
And like if the mosquitoes were bad, on the river, they are murder here in the jungle.
Oh yeah.
So give it some flavor as to how loud, this space actually is.
Well, I can start to pay attention to the fact that I hear things rustling through the bushes. I hear like the trees flapping, or the birds flapping their wings through the trees and singing their songs. Started to realize that there's a few bugs crawling on my pant, like a few grubs or centipedes or whatever.
Yeah, anthill.
Yeah, and And then I kind of turn this way, and I'm like, all of a sudden I hear like a larger amount of rustling, like something's moving through the bush.
Correct. Cool. You hear rustling, kind of in Zeema and Alindawn's general direction, and you also hear rustling behind you as well. Behind you being, you were going forward, you turned around, and so now it's over here. Everybody, roll for initiative. Trevor?
17.
So that is a +2. That's a +3.
Awesome.
19.
19. That's a +3.
14.
14. That is a +2. Boop. Let's see what I rolled.
All right.
Sounds good. So there is this movement behind yourself. I'm going to break up the baddies' turns. I'm going to do half on my turn and half on the camera's turn. That way, it just kind of makes it for a little more
It's easier
cinematic.
if you to combo us.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's this movement behind a Zeema, no more than 20 feet away. And it's like this iridescent kind of glimmering. And it looks like there's an object there. And you can see this dark, kind of cat-like shadow, kind of work its way out of the underbrush. And you can hear this kind of, this chattering, this weird kind of foreign, yeah, exactly, almost like the sound of a rattlesnake, kind of shaking. And through the underbrush, you see this vibrant, iridescent kind of, glow. And it's just literally this six-legged, cat with these tentacles, kind of reaching from its back, kind of low to the ground, prowling as it looks to pounce on Zeema's back. Yeah, as it kind of springs from the shadows, kind of creeping up behind you guys as you were having your conversation on what friendship truly means. This displacer beast, just kind of comes up and just you can see it's shimmering, and it's going to pounce on Zeema. I've got 2 attacks. Oh, does a nat 18? Oh, actually, just 2 nat 19s hit.
Yes, considering those both beat my AC on their own.
So, move myself 10 feet away, because I have reach. And these tentacles from the back of this iridescent shining beast, and it's kind of hard to see exactly where it is. Like, is it in the underbrush? Is it, is it on the path? Like literally, like this thing is just difficult to get a focus on. And these 2 tentacles come out from its back and slash you hard. The first one hitting for 7 points of, that is 5 points of bludgeoning and 6 points of piercing. So that's 11 in total.
Yeah.
And that's from the first tentacle. And the second one, I hit you twice, comes out and slashes you for 8 of bludgeoning and 3 piercing. So that's another 11.
22 total.
And you can feel these barbs just rip into your back. And Alindawn, you can just see the shock on Zeema's face. And as this slash literally comes out of nowhere and, just rips deep into her back. Zeema, you're up. Thadius, you'll be up next.
Right, I assume if I step any further away, you'll get an opportunity on me.
Yeah, it would have a reaction.
Ugh.
You could always move closer.
I don't like that idea. He seems terrifying. I think what I'll do is I'll turn around to face this creature and, well, what does it look like?
It's hard to see. Like, it looks like a black panther, but like it's literally vibrating. Like it's hard to get a glimpse of it, and it's literally just like, and you can see like the underbrush all around it vibrating with energy as well, making it like just extremely difficult to focus on where this creature is. It's just very difficult to get a feed on where this thing actually is.
Okay, well, I mean, in that sense, then I will, Well, I don't like my... I guess it would probably be disadvantage of trying to attack it then.
Absolutely.
I guess in that sense I will hold my... I guess I will... I guess I'll put my hand on my... like pull out my short sword and ready it, and I'll hold my action to strike if it tries to attack again.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Thaddeus, you hear this squeak roughly 40, 60 feet, behind you, and you can hear like this slashing in the jungle, and you can hear, Zeema just holler out in pain.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my position of hiding to...
Okay.
4.
I'm going to roll perception to see if I can see you. What was your stealth? 17, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a... Oh, nat 15. That might do it. Interesting. So as you start working your way, you see movement coming out of this underbrush on this side. You see this blur, this blurring image, start working its way out of the underbrush. And once again, it's hard to tell where this thing begins and where this thing ends. Give me a perception.
10. I mean, I guess it's not trying to hide.
A 10 wouldn't give you sight, but you hear something, that vibration coming up from behind you as well.
Well, wouldn't be good predators if they weren't good at ambushing people.
Yes, especially in their terrain.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I'm going to quick toss a dart.
Yep, at disadvantage. You have line of sight.
Yeah.
Yep, you have line of sight at disadvantage.
Plus 5, 14.
That is just a hit.
And since it didn't see me coming, it's going to take 9, 13, 14, and 3, 17 points of damage.
Sounds good. So this dart comes out of the underbrush, Zeema, just as this creature is upon you, and you see this shard of metal kind of glimpse in the from the canopy, the light of the canopy above, and this blade enters the flesh of this displacer beast, and for that briefest of seconds, as this blade enters it, this displacement drops, and you can see like the form of this black. A lengthy, silky panther in front of you with six legs and these tentacles from its back. And its head slowly turns in a menacing growl towards Thadius, where this blade came from. And, because it's been hit, it's dropped, it's blurring.
Well, I won't have advantage for my normal attack, but I will shoot him with a crossbow.
Okay.
That's not going to be good. That's 12.
That is a miss.
That is a 15.
I'll take that. Yeah, the markers are much better.
Unfortunately, no extras, so that will be a total of 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Yeah, so a shard of metal and this crossbow bolt dig deep into this displacer beast's flesh. Okay. Did you want to do your hold action? It's not necessarily coming at you, but like I said, the displacement has stopped, so you can kind of see it fully. If you want to make a swing at it, I think that'd be okay there, Zeema.
I will, if you allow me, I'd happily take it.
Absolutely, yeah. And as it turns its head slightly, you'll have to move forward 5 feet to get to it.
That's fine.
All right then. Give an attack.
Oh, look at that, 21.
Nice. That's a hit.
Alrighty then. 3 damage. It's better than nothing.
Your little blade, kind of slashes to the side of this displacer beast as this illusionary imagery, kind of just drops. You're not quite sure exactly where it is, but you're sure where the center is, and that's where you swing, and your image kind of hits true.
Okay.
I forgot. I'm now mobile.
Which means?
I got an extra 10 feet of movement. We'll say this is difficult terrain.
Cool. Yeah, you bet. Yeah. Okay. Anything else with Thadius?
No. I heard something in the bush up there, but there's not really much I can do and I can't see it, so that's my stuff.
Cool. He is going to come down, and he's going to come over here. This mass just kind of works its way towards you. And the same with yourself, Alindawn. You see Zeema come in for the strike on this Displacer beast, and you can hear motion just off to the left of you. On this outcrop, you see like this blur, kind of coming in, still out of reach, but dashing through the jungle towards you. Okay. It's just out of reach for its dash. And I'm going to attack... how do my dice always end up over there? Well, I think
Keep showing them off.
showing them to me. I love it when you show them to me because that means you're real bad or good most of the time.
So one of these tentacles comes in and misses wildly at you, at Thadius, as you just duck. But as you duck, the second one kind of comes up from above, or is it from below? It's kind of hard to tell with how violently these things are vibrating, and it strikes you hard across the chest.
Okie dokie.
You take yourself 8 points of bludgeoning,
Okay.
and 4 points of piercing.
Ouch.
Yeah. As one of these tentacles lashes up and strikes you hard. And the other one, he's just out of reach. Within the next couple seconds, he'll be on you there, Alindawn.
I'm going to cast a Toll Dead on that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
With DC 16 Wisdom save.
Okay. 16. I rolled a nat 16.
Okay. Can't do anything about that.
I mean, if you can add your bonus to add to the DC, maybe?
Yeah, sure. That's what they're for.
Yeah, I never thought about that. You can't. Yeah, sure.
Do I get to add my bonus?
You have it, but you don't have to save before you do it.
Yeah, well, how am I possibly
How are you supposed to
know that?
possibly know? Yeah, exactly. All right.
You could add it to a save beforehand.
Yeah. Actually, they have an ability called Avoidance, which allows me... they have an ability that allows me to take quarter damage on... it says all saving throws are at quarter damage.
Quarter?
Yeah. So technically I failed, but that's okay. We're still good. Yeah, I'm reading this right. Yeah.
14 points necrotic.
Okay. Because I failed, I take half.
Okay.
If I succeeded, I would have taken none.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the way that works. And so, how many points?
I'll take 7 in total then. So I did 14.
Yeah,
Is that only when they're phasing or all the time?
all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, Displacer beasts are awesome. I don't use them often enough, and I've misplayed them before in the past. But once again, they're one of my favorite creatures.
Yeah.
And they're just so colorful. You can just really they vibrate and they're just hard to see, right? You don't know if they're here or there, and they're just literally shimmering, and they're just hard to peg, which is why it's a disadvantage to attack them.
Yeah.
Unless of course they get hit, and once they get hit, the shimmer stops until the beginning of the next turn,
Okay.
which is what happened with yourself and Zeema.
All right, and I'll move up to there so that this one's not going to come around and attack me from behind.
Okay. Well, I could probably still get to you, but still, yes.
Yeah, and to me, but
Yes. Okay.
that's not an issue for me.
Okay, so it is the original Displacer Beast turn. It starts, shimmering once again, Zeema, as you hold your sword in front of it. Trying to parry it as you can see it menacing, kind of coming closer, and there's just this shimmering, and the bushes just start to vibrate again with violence, and it is going to attack you with its tentacle. I'm going to attack you with one tentacle and one bite. That is one attack on Zeema. Your AC is currently 12, right?
Yes.
So the bite comes in and chomps on your arm hard, and you can feel like that snap, not necessarily snapping a bone, but you can feel like tooth on bone as that bite digs deep. Take yourself 6 points of piercing.
Okay.
And this tentacle lashes out and just misses you by inches as you kind of duck and wince with pain.
Okay. Well, in response to this creature taking a nice chomp into her arm, she's going to grit her teeth and cast a Hellish Rebuke back on it.
I knew it was coming.
I felt it was pretty imperative right now. Dex save.
Okay. Why did I roll twice? I failed.
Okay, that is going to be 3d10 fire damage.
Okay, but I'm going to take half because that's a saving throw, and I take half on failed saves.
Right. Oops. Okay, 16 halved is 8 fire damage.
Okay, cool.
As like basically it chomps down onto her arm, and I assume like from her arm itself, the flames just like envelop this creature's maw.
Absolutely. And once again, this violent vibrating, this displacing, stops. As it's, it still chomps on your arm, as, the front half of it kind of lights up with this glowy, this glow like flame.
All right.
Okay, and that is that. Displacer Beast's turn. It would be yourself there, Zeema.
Okay. In that sense...
You know what? We haven't done this in a while, and I think this is suitable, or suiting. Give me a Constitution save.
15.
Yeah, as you this creature chomps down on your hand and you release this arcane energy back into its mouth, you can feel that wound, that festering, slash on your back start to open again, and you take yourself 4 points of piercing, as the pain is excruciating. Far more noticeable than this creature's teeth in your flesh.
That's surprising. All right then, good to know. But yeah, that's dreadful. That's not fun.
Okay, you're still up.
Oh geez, yeah, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
How is this creature looking now that I can actually see it's not wavering now?
You see, like this crossbow bolt in its side, and your weapon that you hit with it, grazed its shoulder. It looks worse for wear, but it still has lots of life left in its bones.
Try what I must. I'll
You'll
try.
be up next, Thadius?
I'll try it for an Eldritch. Wait, no, I'm next to it. Because it has a 10-foot reach, though, I can technically step a little bit away and be fine, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Genius. Okay.
But it would have an attack of opportunity with his bite if it wanted. It's got its bite and it's got its tentacle, so it's got multiple attacks of opportunity range.
Are you sure you didn't add that just so that you could do stuff like that? Because that feels a little cheeky.
Of course.
Nibble. Just stab it. Stab it right in the face.
It's a 1d6 plus 1.
Dive into its mouth.
It might
kill
be
it
enough
from
to
the
kill it.
inside.
Pull a Drax.
Off of his use of language, probably not, but you know what? I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I'll go for another swing if I can. Alright. I'm willing to bet a 10 is not enough.
10 is short. And that's not a halfling joke.
Alright, insult to injury, I get it.
I have all the 3s on my side.
I guess the fact that this creature still is, I guess it probably let go from the bite from earlier, but she just tried to get a swing on it because it reeled back afterwards. It just missed from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're just inches away from pay dirt on this creature.
Yeah, but it's most I can do, I suppose.
Thaddeus.
Bonus action, I will disengage.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So these tentacles from this Displacer beast, flap wildly as you nimbly kind of work your way through the underbrush. And, it's kind of locked up in these roots, preventing it from following you. As you work your way, behind this outcrop of jungle, brush, behind this Displacer beast and Zeema. And I believe from Zeema's Hellish Rebuke, this thing is no longer displacing.
Perfectly. I'm going to stab it right in the spine. Be a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
And he's taking 10, 11, and 3, 14 points of damage as I stab him in the spine and twist.
Yeah, this feline is in terrible shape. As your blade digs deep, you can hear that crunching of metal on bone, and there's that richness of that deep red, on its black pelt.
Then I'm going to use a bonus action to...
Did you use a bonus action to disengage?
Oh, I did.
Oh, no.
I don't have another reaction one. Oh, well.
Yep. Well, hopefully that's enough to distract it. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll basically hold on to it then. Save my reaction for later.
Sounds fair. This guy over here, as you whip through the brushes, he strikes out with his tentacle, missing you wildly. His attention, as it adheres, the clearer path, rather than going through the underbrush, it has a clear line of sight of both Zeema and Alindawn. You know what? But it is... Am I going to be able to make my way to you? If I take...
Through here.
I was going to say, if it's difficult terrain,
Yeah.
I'll have to use 3 squares to get there, but I'll still be within 10 feet, so...
Done. Yeah, okay. It would, so that's his move. I'm still going to do his attack. This guy here would move 10 feet behind you there, Alindawn. Perfect, yeah. And I'll do my 2 tentacle attacks on you there, Thadius. And I guess it would have advantage on you because you're in combat with that one, are you not? Okay.
You're just trying to kill us fast, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that roll.
A 2.
With a 0. Yeah.
Oh, I see a 2 from right here.
Yeah, get out of here. And an 8.
I'm not lying.
So,
I was going to say, you realize what level we are too, right?
yeah. I know, I'm keeping track of your hit points. This Displacer beast comes out of the underbrush and strikes hard and misses wildly. These jungle vines, kind of blocking its first tendril. And as this underbrush from above, kind of comes draping down. These long vines just kind of falling, and then kind of clearing the space. And there's like this clear line of sight for the Displacer beast to strike you with its right side tentacle, and it does hard. It comes raking across your back. I rolled that 20. So we'll do crunchy crits.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 10 and 16 right off the hop. That's 10 bludgeoning and 6 piercing. So that's 16. And then we'll do another die of damage. You take an additional 1 point of bludgeoning,
Okay.
and you take an additional 6 points of piercing.
So that's 16 and 7.
Yep.
For 20... Huh? 23? 23.
Yeah. And it comes in ripping hard to your back. The pain just ripping through, your body. And you know what? You're the one carrying Cisa's remains, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So this tendril, comes and slashes your back, slicing the rope, that was kind of draped over as you kind of had like that makeshift backpack, and the remains of this corpse, hit the ground hard in this box. The box doesn't open, but you can see it being stepped on, by yourself and this Displacer beast in front of you, and it looks like, the remains of this individual are in jeopardy of being crushed.
Mm.
Sounds fair? We'll go play that way.
Sounds good.
Okay, and that is that one's turn. That one had moved up on you. It's 10 feet away there, Alindawn. And that 18. That's good. Man, I'm rolling like a boss. And that's 16. Your AC is 20.
Are they getting to attack on both your turn and the camera's turn?
I'm doing this one on my
So,
turn, and I'm doing these two on, and they have multi-attack, so they both attack twice.
Oh, this one's attacking.
Me.
Yes.
Oh, I was like, is this one attacking again?
No.
gonna say,
I'm
we're
paying
in-
attention.
We're in
paying
big
attention.
trouble then.
You guys are fine. You worry. Could you imagine the Arcane Campaign coming to an end right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
goodbye.
honestly could.
Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Everybody rolling new characters.
I do currently only have 2 hit points.
Oh, do you?
I only have 4.
Well, that's a good reason why you have a cleric in tow. Sounds good. Or does it? And this Displacer Beast is going to attack you and attack twice. Take
Dire
both times.
straits.
Yeah.
5 points of bludgeoning and 6 points of piercing. Okay, that's on the first attack. And on the second attack, which is a hit as well, that is... Yeah, that's 2 hits. I rolled nat 18 and nat 16. I haven't even used these guys yet. And you take yourself 6 points of bludgeoning from the second hit and 2 points of piercing for the second. So that's 8 in total. Okay, and those are done. Alindawn, you're up.
I will cast as a bonus action Sanctuary on Zeema.
Cool.
And then I am casting. That one goes before these two do.
Correct. Yeah. The one that's on Zeema goes next, and it is in dire straits.
But it's not shimmering right now, is it?
No, it is not.
It will when it comes its turn, though.
Yes.
But that's only matters for physical attacks. Because spell attacks are automatically reduced.
Correct.
Well, I'm going to cast. Can I see this one?
Yeah, I'd say you have line of sight.
Okay, I'm going to cast Bane on all three of them.
Yeah.
DC 16. Let's save.
Charisma or
I think
Constitution?
it might be charisma.
It's been a while since I cast Bane.
That first one failed. The one on Zeema succeeded. I'm assuming.
Charisma save. Yeah.
Charisma?
Yeah.
Yep. And your DC is 16?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a fail on this guy, a succeed on that guy. And 16. Charisma?
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky to have a -1. That's a fail on the guy in the back.
And yeah, I will just remain between that one and Zeema, I guess.
Okay, refresh my memory. Sanctuary, they have to do a check on
DC 16 Wisdom
Yeah,
save.
it's wisdom,
in order
100%
to
sure.
attack her.
Yeah, and
Otherwise
if
they
they-
choose a different target.
Sounds good. Okay, cool. It is this guy's turn next. He is going to be attacking Zeema. And I have to beat a DC 16. Wisdom. That is a 10. I failed.
Okay.
So I have to attack somebody else. I will
Attack me or
attack.
turn around and
Yep.
attack you.
No, he would see you, so he's attacking you.
Okay.
And he is currently displacing. That is an 18. That is a God, why didn't I use these? I'm going to use this one for my second attack.
Okay.
And 11 plus 6. And what is that? That's a +3.
Yeah.
11 plus 6 is 17, and a 3, nice, is a 20, so that is just to hit its second tentacle. Lucky you, 3 points of bludgeoning and 2 points of piercing. 5. And that is that Displacer Beast's turn. Zeema, you're up.
Right, well,
And you have advantage on a melee attack.
Yes.
So it cancels.
Yes, it does. There you go. So that would be par.
make it work. That is not ideal.
What'd you roll?
That is a 2 on the die.
So that's miss.
Yeah, most call that a miss.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's just not worth trying to add stuff to it.
No. Even with your markers, you're not even come close.
I'd literally be better rolling a 1 because I could re-roll it.
So this creature's on you, and you're swinging wildly, and just trying to keep some distance between you and its maul,
Yeah.
as you try to put some distance between yourself and it, but missing with your weapon.
Yeah, I'm overwhelmed. I can't keep up on my own.
Absolutely, and just the pain. Once again, you feel like the bite, the pierce marks in your arm, that slashing on your back, even that open wound, that festering, gash on your back, and your head starts to spin. You can kind of feel, your sight, kind of, fading as the blood from this festering wound is like it's just open and leaking profusely. Thadius, you're up.
Okay, just quickly look over something here.
Please do.
I should have used that last time. Well, I'm going to try and take out this Displacer Beast. It's going to be on par, but...
Yep.
16 plus 5 is 21.
Yeah, because, perfect. Yep, that's a hit.
7 plus 3 is 10.
10 points of damage?
Yeah.
Give it some flavor.
Well, I didn't take my knife or my short sword out, so I just basically torque it right through his spinal cord. Just...
Yeah, and you hear this sickening, slicing, cutting through that thick bone. And this creature just howls and the sound itself is almost echoing through the jungle. And as this this maul is coming on you there, Zeema, and it's not just like one, it looks like three of them, kind of vibrating and kind of flashing in and out as you got your weapon, kind of trying to keep your distance, not knowing which teeth to kind of be on guard of. All of a sudden this shimmering stops, and this beast is on the floor, just lying in a pool of its own crimson making.
Okay.
Now, do I take a chance and let this thing have a chance to hit me, or do I? I'm going to disengage with the bonus action. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I use difficult terrain, can I pull Zeema back 1 square?
Cool. I imagine you'd be willing to go.
I'm not going to refuse it.
You're friends with Thadius and up with Alindawn? Sure, works for me.
All right, back to back.
And yeah, as Thadius kind of comes out of the underbrush, and grabs your hand and kind of pulls you close, to Alindawn. As the three of you go back to back, you can hear like this roaring, this scratching, once again almost echoing through the jungle. As these two displacers, kind of work their way, towards the three of you. They like to move. So this guy over here, that's close to yourself there, Alindawn,
Yep.
move over and put him on top of that rock, still within 10 feet. There you go. And this guy over here, he's not going to come the way that you went. He's going to come around the other side.
Difficult.
Yep. But he's going to work his way so that he's within 10 feet, if that's possible.
I don't think it is, unless he has more than 60 feet of movement.
He has a speed of 40.
Yeah, then he does.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
In fact, he could go up here.
Yep,
instead.
that's what he would do. One of their tactics is to always be moving. To always be on the prowl. And so if you can move them, the DM should. And then once again, using their reach and their advantage of the terrain as much as possible. And it is their turn. So this first one's attack are coming on you there, Alindawn. That is a nat 6. And for its second attack, a 13. I gotta use this. 13 plus 6 is 19. So these two tendrils literally just come lashing out, and you put up your shield, and you hear ding, 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 ding of these hard bludgeoning attacks, kind of ricocheting off of your armament. And the one on the rock behind you guys, a 6, that is a miss. Look at that.
6 and a 9.
A 6, yeah. So 2 misses. And then plus I have Bane on it as well, right?
Minus a D4, yeah.
Yeah. And so these 2 attacks literally just come and as you close the ranks, kind of with a Zeema in between the two of you, almost like a Zeema sandwich. These lashings come out and whip the ground violently, blurring, the mud and the underbrush below you, Thadius, but just out of reach.
Okay.
Okay, that is their turn. Alindawn, you're up.
All right. I am going to upcast blind, so it'll affect both of them
Very cool.
at +3.
Good man.
So a 19 save.
Okay. Although I roll...
Minus Bane.
Okay. Bane is 4, right?
Yeah.
4, yeah.
Let's get that out of the way first. That is a 3, and I'm going to use my 1/3 on this.
So it's 19 then.
Nope. I rolled a 3 and a 3, so
Okay.
these two cancel. And so this is a 3 on the first one for that guy's Bane. And this is this guy at par, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. How's that? 6 minus 3 is 3.
That's good, yeah.
And then
3 minus...
a 3. So the blindness takes the two of these creatures. Give it some flavor there, Alindawn.
Well, I see both of my compatriots about to drop dead, and it's just like, well, they have a harder time hitting what they can't see. So you need to not see.
Yeah, that's fair.
Strike them blind bias. for they know not what they do.
So they both have Bane and they have blindness on them. And you can see them, like their heads deep in the mud, just kind of scratching and clawing, trying to, get away that condition. Something that'd be totally foreign to them. These creatures are blinded. And once again, they're nocturnal, and they're used to having darkness on their side. And, to be blinded is totally foreign to them. You can see them, starting to back up, questioning their motives for attacking these three individuals.
I can still move, but I'm not about to move just yet. But I'll let them just do. Are we staying to finish them, or are we fleeing? It should last for a minute if we want to make us run for it. Or we can finish them off so it can't attack other creatures. I don't go next, so I'll hold my move. If they move, I'll move with them. But
yeah, my Displacer Beast on my turn is done, so it would jump to Zeema.
Okay, so how long does this last for?
we have a minute. It might break free sooner, but
You feel your body fading. Give me a Constitution save, but not the kind you're thinking of. Just give me a Constitution save.
You have to roll it over your pen.
That was unintentional. Do I keep this?
I don't know, was it a 1? What was it?
It's a 2.
2.
It would be better if it was a 1.
But it literally bounced and rolled over his pen and stuck between his eraser and his pen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's a 4 total.
you feel once again this gaping wound festering, knowing that you can't go on much longer. The exhaustion of everything that's been taking over your body these last couple of days, not only physically but mentally, you feel yourself getting weak in the knees. Like you said, you've got 2 hit points. You're barely holding on.
Well, 4, but yeah.
4.
Still.
Yeah, and you can feel the life's blood kind of exiting your body. As you kind of hold your weapon, and you're kind of facing it towards one of these beasts as it's blindly kind of thrashing against the ground. You don't know how much longer you are for this life. Like you can feel the energy being sapped from your body.
Yeah. I guess I would yell out, I'd rather take my chances out there than any longer here.
Yeah, so you get this message, this psychic ting in the back of your head, saying like, I don't know how much longer I can take it. We need to go.
Yeah. That's a summary. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Would you flee?
Yes, but what direction?
Give me a history check.
Oh no. Nat 20.
Really? Nice.
Wow. The panic is actually working.
Yeah, this imagery of, let's role play this a little bit. As you give this psychic ting, you kind of delve into the mind of Alindawn, and not that you've been to Python before. You've probably heard of it from the rumors and the talk on the streets of the Sea Dakota. As you kind of reach into Alindawn's mind, and say, hey, we need to run, we need to go. And, you probably have Python on the mind. I just had you do a history check to see if you knew the way. So this map would be fresh, fresh in his mind. As it starts to exit his mind, onto more pressing details, your mind happens to just kind of latch onto it. And you get an image of this map, and the terrain. And you figure, yeah, okay, I know where we are. I can sense, the terrain itself is almost calling out to you. This hamlet, this library, this monastery is literally, beckoning you to it.
Yeah, she just, with this imagery just flashing through her mind, her eyes just go wide and she just relates to both of you. I know exactly where we must go.
I know Kung Fu.
But yeah, then she would these creatures be able to strike back at all?
They're blind, so it would still have its attack of opportunity on you, but it would be at disadvantage.
Unless you disengage.
Yeah, unless you disengage.
But I could go pretty much all the way to here.
Cool, that works for me. Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, so I basically just made a a clear idea of like a direct path.
Yeah, you see Zeema just dart into the underbrush. You know, her small frame, you know, just kind of, you know, ideal for this kind of environment. You know, those toppled logs and those thick vines, she's just working her way around. And she's literally, follow me, Indy, I know the way. And she darts deep into the jungle. Thaddeus, you're up.
Thaddeus moves over this way, and he stabs that bad kitty.
Oh, bad kitty catto.
That would be a 13.
13 is just a hit.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's blind, but it has both advantage and disadvantage on it because it's still displacing.
Mm-hmm.
So he just takes this bad boy.
If you hit it, the displacing drops.
Yeah.
Okay, Q, yeah.
So he takes 6 points of damage.
Okay. Done.
Then, since I am mobile, he cannot make attacks of opportunity on me. And then he's getting quick darted.
Cool, nice.
That would be a 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
And that is this, this, and this. For a total of 12, 17, 22 plus 3, 25 points of damage.
That was with sneak attack, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I hit him right in the knee.
Yeah, absolutely. In one of these 6 legs, you can see the snapping of bone right across the kneecap. And you can see that shard of metal deep in the flesh on its kneecap.
That is both of those. But I can still move, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many can I move?
8 is 40.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
because I did not dash.
Okay, all done. Blindness. Do I have to roll for that at the end of its turn?
End of its turn, I
Yeah.
believe it gets a save.
Okay. So, I can still attack, but I can attack at disadvantage. They will still have their ears so they can hear. I'm going to see if they can perceive as to where you guys are running. That is a big fat no. And that's 2 big fat no's, wow. And they start just kind of lashing out wildly, and they'll be attacking yourself there,
Yep.
Alan. Well, you know what?
I think it's just the one that's
Just
in
the one.
range.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah. You can see it turn as it thinks it heard movement on the left side of it, and it lashes out wildly against the underbrush, both of them missing.
Cool.
Okay, and that is their turn. And then I would roll for blindness, right? DC 16?
DC 16 con save with Bane on.
Okay. So I'm going to use my 1 marker against this Bane, and I'm going to use that for Bane. Here's that guy. Here's that guy. That wasn't a roll, I just dropped it. 3 and 3 cancel each other. And I rolled a 3 on this Bane. That is for this one, and that is for this one. A 4 and a 3 plus, you said Constitution?
Yeah.
That is a fail for the one to the back. And a 13 plus 3 is a 16. And that was parred. So this guy just makes his darkness.
What if I do this though?
Nice. So darkness is still upon this Displacer beast.
Okay. Cool.
And that is their turn.
Alrighty.
Alindawn, you're up.
Alright. This one can get a reaction in. It's still.
Yep.
I think it's still within range.
Yep. I'll do another perception. Oh, jeez, look at that.
1.
A nat 1. So this Displacer beast is, as you make your way past it, is totally lost to the darkness. And it darts off into the jungle. You can just, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It passes its mate, and then it just runs off into the darkness. You can see it slamming into trees, knocking under, through the underbrush, and literally hitting something hard. Its body taking the brunt of that force, the displacement, being dropped, and then kind of just turning tail, and then you're running off. But it's a run, deep into the underbrush, out of sight, out of mind.
Okay.
I rolled that 1.
That's the way it goes.
And the one that's roughly whatever 40, 50 feet behind you there, Alindawn, or whatever 30 feet,
Yeah.
is still blind and has Bane on it.
360 points. I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
You get 6 hit points back.
Temporary hit points.
No, those are real hit points.
Oh, the nice stuff, the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Hold on. That might have to have been a cure. Because if that's a concentration, I'll lose the
Yes.
the Bane.
Good catch.
Hey, I'll take a cure. Better
That
chance.
actually might be more health. Aura of Vitality is.
You'll be up there next, Zeema.
That's all I'm doing, anyways. Go ahead. I
Okay,
just
yeah.
have to figure out.
So you see and hear Thadius and Alindawn, coming up, behind the ranks as you duck, and dash, deep into the jungle. Headstrong forward, hoping to the surface above that there isn't more of these creatures lingering in the brush.
14. You get 14 back.
Alright. So like I'm able to imagine like the ideal like path. Do I notice do I? It's almost. Is it like as if I'm seeing like an invisible trail? Is it as if
You roll.
like I'm noticing like stuff on the ground I never did before?
You rolled a nat 20, so give it some flavor. You know exactly where you're going, Zeema.
Perhaps maybe at one point there was a trail that existed along this path, but it's just been so overgrown and so beaten and like just been unused for such a long time. It's hard to notice.
Mm-hmm.
But just the fact that like certain ways in which the ground are laid out and mixed with like the mental image that I had received from Alindawn, just it makes sense that something could be here, and just the way it's laid out, it has to be this exact thing.
Yeah, the ground is almost a little more hard packed. Thaddeus, you're up. Thaddeus, you're up.
Thaddeus is going to step up to the edge of the hill here, and he's going to use a quick toss. Actually, he's going to shoot with the crossbow first.
Okay, that's your action.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a 19 to hit.
Okay, and that's an advantage, right? 'Cause it's
Advantage,
blinded.
disadvantage,
Yep.
par.
Yeah, betcha. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. 19's a hit.
Okay. That would just be crossbow bolts, so that would be a total of 7.
Okay, and its displacement has dropped because you hit it.
And now I'm going to hit it with a quick toss.
Nice.
Well, that's it. 12, 17.
17 to hit.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 3 is 13.
Yeah, so once again, this creature is just being peppered by your attacks. With its displacement dropped, you can just see like this sleek, long, vicious predator of the jungle.
I was going to say, there. Now it shouldn't follow us. Since I moved 1,
Right.
that's 2,
I just
3,
realized
4,
something.
5, 6, 7.
Did you pick the box back up?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't, so I will have to go
will
back
get
for it.
I'll get it. Go. I'm assuming you thought that to us
As
as you got out of range.
so you got to a certain point and
I'm trying to think what I did to get out of there, because that's when I got up. I used my movement to move you over. I used my...
You didn't mention you picked up the box and it was in the heat of the battle.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think. I would have had an action there.
The box is still there.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice try.
But I mean, like, it would have been something that just happened at that moment, so...
Yeah.
If I
No,
had
that's
the
a good
action-
call. That's a good call because I forgot about the box too.
It's not like there's a box sitting there on the map.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but even then, we
it's
probably would have
under the
forgotten about it
ass of
too.
this
he'll put it in post.
I was going to say, both of you can get out of here. I'm way faster than the both of you.
No wonder why Marvel movies cost so much. Oh, we forgot to do that scene. Don't worry, we'll just put it in post.
More concerned about people living at this point, instead of carrying 2 boxes or 3 boxes.
We need to remove we need to remove a mustache from Superman. Don't worry, we'll just do it in post. Alindawn, what's your play? Sorry, Thaddeus, you're running for the hills, right?
I moved my full speed that
Okay,
way. Yeah.
sounds good. And as you call to Alindawn, this way, Zeema's taking off. As you literally see Zeema just dart into the underbrush, losing a line of sight on her. Alindawn kind of turned back and looked to the fray. His attention, drawn, by this small wooden crate with two ropes attached to it.
As soon as he looks that way, I'm like, oh.
This thing goes before I do.
It does. Okay. Once again, it's blinded, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if it's going to stay or go. Ooh. It's going to stay. Yeah. And literally, you can see it's kind of working its way down, on the ground. And it's not necessarily it's intentionally moving there. It's just that's like it's violently, trying to remove this blindness, and just kind of working its way forward. And you can see it like literally lashing out and scratching and clawing, trying to make sense of what's going on.
Okay. Let's make it save against the blindness.
DC 16,
Yeah.
and that's a con.
Yes.
Oh, I should have held on to that. I rolled a nat 12 plus 3 is 15. That would put me over.
The Bane might have taken you out.
Oh, that's right, the Bane. Yeah, 4. Yeah, exactly. So you can see this creature, this Displacer beast, trying to gain its vision back, and you can see it kind of blinking, and trying to focus. It can sense that there's something near, but it can't quite place where that presence is.
Okay. Totally dead.
Okay, cool.
DC 16. Let's make this harder. Yeah, it's half damage though if it makes the save.
It
right?
does.
Actually, it's no damage if it makes the save.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll make it a 18.
18. Okay. That is a nat 5. That is a fail.
Okay. Let's see. 15, it should be 8. Half on a fail, right?
Yeah, 7.
So 7, 8, whichever you do. Up to down.
Round up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still there.
Give it some flavor.
Nice.
I see it kind of sniffing the air, even though it's kind of tentatively just trying to find out where it's going. It's like, this thing is not going to stop. It's your time. Ping against the...
And there's this sound that echoes through the jungle, very much like this Displacer, sound, that as it was kind of echoing through, and you can see like this long, sleek like cat creature, its head, like buried in the dirt and the mud, trying to remove this blindness from it, and like this sound just kind of reverberates through it, almost kind of working its way with that iridescent, violent shaking of its displacing. And it just kind of falls like this dead kind of thwomp, dead to the world.
Alright, and then I will move down.
Okay. You race down with still a sense of urgency. You scoop down and you grab these remains, making sure that the components of this box are still safe, which they are. And you just, head for the hills.
How much does one of these things weigh?
Oh, they're... medium-sized creature. They got to weigh at least 100 plus pounds easy.
120 to 150, I think is usually the...
Yeah.
I mean, they're large predatory cats.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if we should take them.
Large. They're large in size.
Thaddeus dives over to see what the heck you're doing. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like she...
I thought you were running away.
Yeah, like Zeema's like starting to backtrack
Like-
now as well.
yeah, like-
Yeah.
Where we're going might be able to do something with them.
I can't carry one of those.
Carry the remains. I'll carry one.
Retie the strap into a knot. Stupid cats.
Whichever one is less fucked up.
This one has his spine
Yeah.
ripped out.
That one is
This
probably
one is probably at least. He's got a dart in it and some pull the dead.
some gongs.
Some necrotic edge.
Yeah, like Zeema probably gets like back up to about here, and
I thought you guys were running away.
I know, but she's like confused as to the loud noise and then the fact that nobody is following. she runs back and asks, like, what is like the matter? Like, why
Let's
am
go.
I going alone? And
Because we forgot your mother's remains.
One of those cats damaged the rope. They had to come back.
yeah, and I mean that would silence her, and she would like realize the fact that my God, like my goodness, I forgot about her. I accidentally left her behind here, and she'd start to feel ashamed.
As you head back and you look down upon Thadius and Alindawn, kind of collecting this crate, this small box with remains of your mother in it, and you look down from this slight hillside, and you can feel once again just the exertion of the day's events, kind of flooding over you, and there's this once again like you're running headstrong through the forest or through the jungle, having to turn back and make the trek, the dangerous trek back. You can feel of exhaustion creeping in as the world begins to spin. You kind of lose your legs underneath you, and you fall into darkness.
I mean, but then there was delay, and then there was delay.
There's a good reason to go back.
Well, for the crate, absolutely, but not to be carrying corpses.
Like, if you're going to throw Displacer beast status, we're going to use the bodies to make cloaks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. What, is this a D1? One.
One cherry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's kind of soft.
Yeah, with a powdery shell.
Every time he's attacking you, give him one of the D1s to roll. He's going to get a 1.
Ooh.
Genius.
Or diabetes.
That too.
I mean, that sounds like rolling a 1.
Yeah. Diabetes. Get it? Because okay, shutting up.
I'm just too big, man.
And
Too big.
if you guys have ever wondered why I have the placement the way it is, it's because you two are from Sea Dakota.
It fits, actually.
Really, because you guys, you two have that common thread, right?
I'm the stranger.
Exactly. And then we have the foreigner alone on the other side.
The mysterious stranger.
I knew that regardless of whatever we asked you, Thaddeus doesn't like tension.
No, neither does Han, especially when Luke is kissing his sister.
But that's
know
because
Han
he
had a
wants to
sister.
kiss Luke's sister.
I know. Poor Chewbacca doesn't get any kisses.
That's
just
right.
because he's a Wookiee. Or medals, apparently.
Just a dirt.
Yeah.
And also, what's that?
What's what?
It's a tombstone.
for
Perfect
this?
place to bury someone.
It's just terrain. No, it's just terrain.
Okay.
It's
Because I was
just-
going to say, did I just literally walk past the graveyard and be like, oh, what the heck?
No, it's just terrain. I'll have to edit that
Place
out.
marker
Just some
or
rocks. Just some rocks. Okay, good.
It's cover. It's cover.